thank you everyone for joining #LaughAndLearn Duality Pairs. Today we are doing our wrap-up of the dualities. We have been having wonderful and amazing conversations about dualities. Timmy has allowed us to sneak a peek into his brain and let Linda de Gonzalez, Maru, and I to poke, to use our tiny hands, get in there and mix some things up.
Yeah.
Maru is not able to be here today, so we will definitely miss her.
Yeah.
And we're going to have an opportunity to talk about what this experience has been like, some of our key insights and our surprises, and the patterns that we saw develop. This is, again, going to continue to be the ongoing conversation and the discussion. We invite you in the chat to join us in that discussion because you add value. And if anybody tells you you do not add value, tell them to come to me because you do. And please welcome my guests. We have the amazing Timy from Raven Tarot Meditation.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm swell. I'm swell.
Good to hear it.
We have the amazing Linda de Gonzalez.
Yay.
Hi. And full out nod to Madame Maru's House of Cards.
Here in spirit.
Here in spirit. Oh, trust me, we'll probably get some text or something like that.
Oh, she'll be in the comment section.
I love it.
She'll have something profound to say and just blast it to us electronically.
Yes. And I'm TarotStache. Thank you for being here. Please do me the favor and like and subscribe to all of our channels. It's free.
Ooh, there you go.
Linda has that. Oh, look, here we go. LOL, you guys.
There she is.
See, I told you.
Yep.
Did I not? I'm freaking psychic. Did I not say she's going to be in the chat?
Yeah, you'll have to be brilliant in the chat today, Maru. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, you just look after yourself, Maruda.
Pamela is watching the vertical mobile version. You can go on my channel. You can find the horizontal one. What I have started to do is the vertical one, which is good for phones. I actually have I have a couple of phone icons at the beginning of that title so you can see it.
Yeah.
Click on the other one.
Better, the YouTube puts it on automatically at the end of the title, but if it's a long title, and we know how Gerald likes long titles, you'll never see the difference. So yeah, good idea, Gerald. Maybe I'll do that because I like long titles too.
Thank you.
Well, you like accuracy. You know.
No, I just like rhythm and how words sound together.
It's like music, right? Yeah.
And Pamela said she's on her laptop. Go back to the YouTube and change the which version. Anyhow.
Yeah. There's two of them side by each. You'll see them.
Yes. And what's really wonderful is Linda and I do private readings for people. And you can get a private reading. Linda is now working, so you'll have to weasel it in with her busyness. And
yes.
So, but
it's more exclusive.
I have a job.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Well, I know lots of things, but I mean,
whether you want to believe them or not.
Well, whether or not you want to believe them, and you know, on your own head, be it. You know, it's as I like to do for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you want. You know, you don't have to listen.
I highly encourage that. I do want to say hello to Pamela, who has said I was hoping we would have a wrap up. And River is here. GGG, Barbara,
Hello,
and
everybody.
Creative Chick Studios.
Love that name.
And Creative Chick Studios, I recently subscribed to your channel because you do creative stuff. Saint D is here. Hello.
Hello.
Brina.
Wow.
Saskia.
Look at all the people.
Dr. Pam is here.
Hey.
And oh, okay. Dr. Pam watched my short, and for Glimmer Globe. By the way, somebody else brought up Glimmer Globe, so you know what I'm going to do. By all means, do your glimmers, people. The world needs more glimmers. It's your job, it's your mission, should you choose to accept it, to find these little bits of joy throughout your day. Encourage others to see them, because it's like it's giving it to the patriarchy. It's like going,
Pass it on.
Yes, pass it on. And so, just in case some of you haven't watched it, I was talking about this new book that I have. This is Cracking the Happiness Code by our own Dr. Pamela Studley.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and she's going to be on with Diane G and Linda tomorrow.
Yeah.
For Into the Ether.
Yeah. Part
Cool.
2.
Check that out.
Really good.
Embracing the Shadow Part 2. Yep.
Red Dragon.
Hi.
Pam is here.
DC in the house.
DC in the house. And there's Madame Maru. Cheryl is here. Hello, Cheryl.
Hey.
Get back to it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's safer. It's safer. It's safer for all of us. How's that? Gets safer. Here, look. Now I have the wrap up. And if you want to watch the full arc of these conversations, they are available in the playlist, because I have a duality playlist. Feel free to go watch them, because it's quite good.
Yeah.
I feel semi-famous. I'm on a playlist. It's cool.
What do you mean semi-famous?
Am I fully famous yet? I don't think
I
so.
think so.
Has my 15 minutes started?
Oh, it's 15 minutes in the quantum field, so it's actually like 37
Eternity.
years.
Longer. Yeah, because of the time expansion / dilation. Okay. I feel better now. I'm feel better.
Creative Chick Studio says art keeps me away from sharp objects.
Me too.
Cheers. So
I'm going to drink some water.
Everybody.
yes, sip.
I'm from Baltimore, hon. We call it water.
Of course we do. Yes, it was a movie, Almost Famous. Yes. Kiba has joined in. So, Timmy, you have been so brave in letting us explore the duality pairs with you and everyone else. Have you had any big takeaways that you want to share? And everyone in chat, if you've been watching, you've been seeing some of those. What are some of your big takeaways?
For me personally?
Yes, this is all about you, Timmy.
Okay. The main thing that I learned about this project is that I succeed in greater amounts when I cooperate with a group, and I don't isolate myself, and I don't try to do it all myself, and I don't have that attitude of keeping it a secret because somebody's going to steal it from me,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a bedevilment that I had in my head, to keep new ideas secret because somebody else might steal it. I think that your new ideas bloom when you share them with other people in an honest way. And And it's not like you get any less credit. You actually get more credit because it actually becomes a successful project rather than a project that fizzles out. And I had a lot of track record like that because one of my, we had that AA anniversary episode this past Friday. And one of my character defects, it's what they call it, is when I did my 4-step was not finishing the things that I start. And I've been much better at that recently. And I think that my ability to finish things that I start will be even more robust now that I'm much more open to cooperating with other people, especially other creative people. And that's what's happening during this whole entire process. And it's been a real revelation to me.
I love that.
Me too.
I think that as a key takeaway is really powerful.
Yeah. It's another superpower. Superpower of the group, of cooperative group activity.
Ooh, I'm writing that down. Superpower of the group.
Yeah. I think that might have been our original default position is members of a group, in very, very early primitive times. I think we were groups.
Couldn't survive. You couldn't survive.
Right.
Alone. You just couldn't. Because you couldn't provide for yourself alone.
Yes. Because everyone has different insights and different skill sets, which when we lean into those skill sets, they get better and they benefit others. So it's this idea of give things away, because then you have more opportunity to give it and to get it.
Because they'll always come back to you.
Absolutely. Linda, has there been go ahead.
And the diversity of the group too. It wasn't all of my friends that look and act and know the same exact things that I do. The group, Gerald, me, Linda, and Maru, was a diverse group. We all have different backgrounds. We have different interests, and that just makes it better. It enhances the final product. Sorry, I'm like talking.
I love it.
All about you.
You did say it was all about me, so
yeah,
it is all about you. Yes, yes. Linda, what about you? What is a key takeaway for you?
Well, I'm surprised that I know as much about the tarot as I do, actually, and I'm equally surprised that okay, this is going to sound really stupid, but it meant a lot to me that I felt I was able to make a contribution.
Yeah, you did. It was invaluable.
It meant a lot to me. I felt that, and it meant a lot. It means a lot to me. And so I'm so grateful for that opportunity, and for participating in this whole discussion series. And I learned a whole lot. And what I liked about it was what you were talking about, how we all come from, we're all very diverse, and we put it all in a pot, and wow, what came out of it was pretty amazing. That synthesis of all those elements from all of us coming from wherever we came from.
Mm-hmm.
It was really stretching, really stretched me. I mean, in a good way, like my thinking, it stretched my thinking, and it made me look at things that I hadn't considered before, and I had new thoughts.
Linda had a new thought?
No. I know. At my big age, I was able to have a new thought. I mean, if that doesn't blow your mind.
Yeah. And Maru has said that's not stupid. It's why we came. Pamela said, I really enjoyed getting to know Timmy, Linda, and Gerald. I'm also thinking she also, because we're on screen, she included Maru. It really meant a lot to me as well, Linda. And keeping praise in your general direction, Linda. Are you ready? You know, it meant a lot to Pamela. And Mary said you made a huge contribution, Linda.
Well, I don't know about that. I talk a lot.
No, it's a huge contribution.
Okay. Shut up, Linda. Just accept it. Thank you so much for saying that, Mary.
Yeah. Linda, you can say that out loud, but trust me, I will be relentless in making sure you heard that you made a contribution.
I know.
From my perspective, you made the first contribution. That was when you helped me refine love into the duality of love, which was my original idea, into the duality of relationships. And when you gave me that insight and it made complete sense to me, I thought, oh, I'm in the right place. This is the right path. These are the right people to talk to.
Because I remember that discussion because, okay, I mean, I love you, Timmy, okay? But I couldn't believe you didn't see that. And I remember thinking, is it because I couldn't understand how it wasn't obvious to you that intimacy did not equate to sexuality? And I thought, well, geez, Linda, come on, you've dated. You've been married. And wow, the opportunity to look outside the fishbowl that you live in. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
To look at life with a new pair of glasses, that doesn't come along very often. And I really, really appreciated that's just one more thing I appreciated about this series was the opportunity to do that and to see things like from a completely different perspective. It was interesting, stretched.
I think one of my key takeaways is you can have deep and respectful and meaningful conversations online without voices getting raised, with everyone being able to have an opinion, and there's a great deal of respect in that. I think that's really a key takeaway for me was be willing to do this again, Gerald, because these conversations matter and it helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
I have a note regarding that.
Yeah. Linda, your silence there for a couple of shows spoke loud volumes. It was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Was I silent for a couple of shows?
You take pauses every once in a while, and my instinct is to talk over top of it, but I didn't do it this time. And I think it was profound when you took those pauses because you were thinking hard. You were doing that hard energy, that work energy, something that was a little bit uncomfortable. You were thinking about it. We could see you doing it, and you took the time to be silent, and it was profound. I thought. I agree with Pamela.
Oh, okay. Is that how okay. I didn't realize that was how I worked. Okay.
And we all kept our mouth shut while you were doing it. And I think that was important.
Yes. And that's really very important because it's important to give people time to process.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's Dr. Pam said, it's the contribution that makes a part the whole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fascinating how coming from a world of science and delving later in life into spirituality, while also being raised with religion, I found a common denominator that happens with the group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I give up. I just washed my hair and it's back to being spider webs again.
It looks good. I like
I think it's great. It gives
the
you
dramatic presentation.
Okay, yes, I know. It's not my head. I mean, I can go get hair like that. I've got a wig for it.
That's impressive. I've never had hair like that. That was
Cobweb.
cool.
Yeah. Do you have hair, Timmy?
I used to have a
We've never
lot.
seen you without your hat.
Ooh.
Cool.
How attractive, you know. Well, you know, it's like a Marine haircut at this point. I like the practicality of it. You know, I just wash my whole head instead of my face with soap.
Pamela said, I learned that masculine and feminine attributes are all pieces of each of us. The patriarchy is an entirely different beast. Hashtag truth.
Yep.
Yes.
I have leave-in conditioner, and there's oil in it as well.
I had a note regarding our cooperation.
Please.
One of the lessons of the dualities is that first, there's first two pairs, the magician and the high priestess, representing receptive energy, and the magician and the no, it's the magician and the high priestess.
High priestess.
And then it's the empress and the emperor.
Yeah.
Is expressive energy.
Yeah.
I had to consciously balance those two things because I default to expressive energy and I talk over people and I want people to hear what I have to say and I compete for attention, and I'm one of those type of people. And I've learned over the last 7 years to not do that. And it wasn't because it was a lesson of the tarot, because I didn't know about the tarot. It was a lesson from AA, but it's like, you know, keep your mouth shut while other people are talking. You know, you spend some effort listening. And I think that that's explicated in the tarot in those first two dualities, where you balance your receptive energy with your expressive energy. Because if you're a person like me, or the way I used to be, where I just want to talk, it's like I have something I want to say and I'll talk over other people, that's expressive energy. But if you're a natural receptive energy person, your default is to listen. And what happens when you mix highly unbalanced expressive energy people with highly unbalanced receptive energy people, the receptive energy people never get heard, and the expressive energy people talk and talk and talk, but they have no content behind what they talk because there's no thought behind what they talk. Mm-hmm. So for both groups, the people that are too leaning heavily on the receptive side and the people who are leaning too heavily on their expressive side, it's to your advantage to become spiritually balanced, to become balanced, balance those two sides. And that's for each side to get to the middle, you know, because it's better for the group when everybody speaks equally and everybody's heard equally. That was another lesson I learned, because I have to keep my mouth shut. I'm actively keeping my mouth shut during these live streams because I need to let Linda have that profound moment where, you know, there's 20 seconds of silence. That's brilliant. And I would have just stepped all over that like a moron, you know, 8 years ago.
But give yourself a break, because look at the culture that we are living in, okay? This culture does not reward silence or reflection. This culture rewards the instant, the immediate, the loud, the noisy, the colorful, the fireworks. So I would not be so quick to call it a character flaw. It may have started out as a tendency that was exaggerated by your environment. I think, instant gratification, and not just instant gratification, but instant shiny. Ooh, because like I'm a sucker for shiny, okay? And no, I am the next new thing. Of course. I totally am. And so it's important that it's not one or the other. It's important that we breathe, that we express, and that we receive. And that we express again, and that we receive. It's not one or the other. It's learning to discern what's necessary for you in the moment.
I would add to that, Linda, part of that express can be, I don't know what to say right now, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because you've let people understand where you are.
Yeah.
And that was something I wrote down, the idea of I've been studying tarot for almost 30 years, and thanks to me, now I'm looking at duality like everywhere. Everywhere.
Hard not to see it once you.
It's like those magic numbers, right? 333 444. And once you see it.
So while we focused on the majors, which, by the way, St. D has said, this was the best way for me to better understand the major arcana. It has been a great help.
Yeah, me too. For me too.
Same here.
I agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And rapid fire from all directions kind of culture. Yes, hit the nail on the head, Linda. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron.
There was also something I wanted to. Hold on. It shows how many people all have their place and unique voice, and that people are in need of all of these conversations.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Pam Batchelor has said, I agree, Mary Thornberry. We need our community to share and get to know each other. And it is like birthing a new family. Yes, please.
It is like birthing a new family. But the important thing, or one of the important things that we're doing, is we're modeling discussion. We're modeling a respectful, calm, engaged, because we're all engaged in this discussion. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an important thing to do. I think that given the state of our, not just the political stuff, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about culture. Okay? There's not a lot of modeling of good behavior going on.
Oftentimes there's not. And what was, as I think about it, we modeled the duality that we're talking about.
We did. I know. I love it.
And you
see it too.
Yeah. And what was really fascinating was someone who you might expect to respond in a certain way didn't always respond in the receptive or expressive manner. It was fluid, much the same way as Pamela said, there's feminine and masculine aspects in all of us.
Oh God, yes.
In equal parts, I would say.
I see people sometimes on YouTube talking about being in your masculine, being in your get away from me.
Yeah. Dr. Pam said, absolutely, Linda, the way of communication that real families too struggle with.
Yeah.
We walk the talk.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We also, as Mary said, we are also doing it out of respect, and we want to do it with love. I feel the love from this community. I really do. It brings tears to my eyes to know it's possible.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy, Mary.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's work. It is possible. I guarantee it.
Yes, it's true. Bravo is making shows where traitors and villains are exalted.
Boo.
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 So you were talking to me about the expressive and the receptive. A takeaway for me was there are cards in the tarot that aren't majors that are naturally expressive, and there are cards that are naturally receptive.
Yes.
It does not make one better than the other. What it does is it forces me to be aware of what is the balance when I'm doing a reading. Is there more expressive? Is there more receptive? It's like you were saying to me, if you've got a room full of really expressive people paired with a room full of really receptive people, it's going to be out of balance.
Won't be comfortable.
Yes.
Everybody falls into their default, and you have nonsense as a result, because the only people hurt are the expressive people, and expressive people who are hard expressive tend to talk without having any content behind it,
Well,
or not much.
It's not that they don't have any content. I mean, people have their own original thoughts all the time, and reactions and opinions and stuff like that. It's that they don't have the capacity. Well, when you have new input, you learn something new, right?
Yes.
But you don't get new input if you're not receiving some of the time.
And when we have new input, sometimes we don't have the words to express that new output as a result. And I found it very satisfying to be able to ask or to say, well, I don't know how to say this. It's this, it's this, it's this. And somebody on screen or in chat went, you mean like this? And it's like, oh my gosh, yes. It goes back to that idea, Timy, of the benefit of the group and the group
synergy.
Yes, the synergy.
We were grooving. All on the same surfboard, surfing the same wave temporarily for an hour,
Absolutely. So true, Linda. We all grew from listening to the discussion while processing what we were presented.
Yeah. But to get back to that whole thing of a room full of, putting a bunch of expressive people and a bunch of receptive people together and just watch what happens. It's just like we're all masculine and we're all feminine. We all have the capacity for expression. We all have the capacity for receptivity. It's important for us to balance ourselves, to grow into balance so that we can learn with new information that we allow into our consciousness, and then we can let it ferment there for a while and then express perhaps new thoughts.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the fortune I had as a facilitator to be able to ask certain questions to give receptive people or the quiet or the inner thinkers a chance to gather their thoughts and to allow the extroverts to give them some restriction. So everyone has an opportunity to express and to share their thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, and that's really good because, extroverts are, like I said earlier, our society rewards the extroverts, the performers. And that's a tough burden to put on people,
It is.
Like they don't have room to breathe with the weight of those expectations and the cultural sort of stuff going on. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to. Yeah, exactly. You can't do that without reflection, can you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, and it does go into that idea of the sacred pause, the show that I had with Jilly.
That was great.
By the way, I was
a lovely show. And the ability, the sacred pause just gives us time to catch up with ourselves and to leave space. And you can't have, you can have music that has no silence to it. Yet when you have that music that has range.
Dynamics,
yes. Yes, I'm talking to musicians here. Timy is in a band. Go buy his album. Purchase responsibly. Know your limits. Linda had 10 years of classical piano and enjoys listening to classical music and chatting with it about Ada. With Ada, it's like, and me, I'm sitting here. I'm like going, Quill, help me get a synth pop hypnotic playlist together. Hypnicity is here.
Oh, how is that?
Oh, I'll explain it later.
Okay.
As an ambivert.
Oh, what's that word?
I tend to teach people
I
about
think it
balance.
means halfway between introvert and extrovert.
Yes.
Oh,
Imagine a group of extroverts. It gets chaotic sometimes with no pause and reflection. Just go, go, go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Scotty Boy's here.
Yeah. Hi, Scotty boy.
All masculine and feminine, all parts of us should be understood and respected.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Well,
right one.
yeah.
That was. By the way, I'm going to talk over you for a minute, Linda, because one of the surprises that I had, which wasn't really a surprise, is Linda's always right.
you had verification often during this.
Never living that down, am
We
I?
did.
But it has, like, every epic, what will we call it? Every epic story has grains of truth, and you really are right most of the time.
And I know that
the
is
story of Gilgamesh.
Well, and thank you, Scotty. I mean, I'm hoping it would be funny if that short was one of my most viewed videos. But see, here's the thing that also is important, I think, for me through this as a takeaway. Okay, hold on, I got to pop up. I'm going to say allow. If I go away, carry on. One of the other things that is cool is it's great to have your mind blown.
Yes.
And to be able to go,
those are spiritual moments. Those are insight gained, recognizing truth when you see it now that you didn't recognize before. That's an amazing.
Wanda was agreeing with you.
Thing. Yeah.
I also think with that, Timmy, there were times when you were having some of those because I could tell, because we would get an update to what you were working on. And it's like, oh, this is so much clearer.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yep.
Yeah.
The epiphanies.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly the word. You're quite right, Maruta. Epiphanies.
The power of awe, which is being missed.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we don't allow ourselves to have those moments.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah.
Yeah. And to enjoy the moment of being in awe. It's like, Linda, I think you and I talked with Deborah Zachow about following the fascination.
Yes.
Get curious, go do it, have some fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah. If something fascinates you, go for it. Find out everything you can about it. Dive down that rabbit hole head first, full frontal, no holds barred, and just satisfy your curiosity. Feed your fascination. Don't Yes.
What it does is when we have those epiphanies, Timmy, especially in a particular duality, suddenly we have a new truth that has shown up. Then we need to go, well, what does that do to the balance that I thought I had? Because now things suddenly go, ooh, wait a minute. Now that
shifts like 4 inches to the left or right.
Yes.
Like, ooh, looks a little different from over here.
Exactly.
Happens to me all the time. Yeah.
And it's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right.
Put your hands on your hips.
Yeah.
And put your feet inside.
Don't fear
and the pelvic thrust will drive you insane.
And yes, awe and wonder.
I used to throw rice.
Two things that we absolutely need to nourish ourselves: awe and wonder. Really, they nourish our souls. I don't think I have the word. Well, I'll try. That really, I am reminded of the moment I held my newborn granddaughter.
Mm.
She was fresh, like 2 hours old.
Mm.
I cannot adequately describe the awe and the wonder of holding that little mirror. She's 16 now. That miracle, and it was the same for holding my own kids, you know, or holding a newborn kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Puppies.
You know?
Puppies.
Those are classic moments of awe and wonder. And if you look for them in your daily life, go look at the bark on the tree.
Yes.
Or, you know, like just look at something that's alive. If you are open to awe and wonder at all, well, if you open yourself to awe and wonder, looking at things that are alive will bring that out in you.
Yeah. And if you want to get a good way to see awe and wonder, do what corporations are now doing, which is, you know, it literally, you know, it's like spend time with kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to a daycare center, volunteer. Well, I mean,
Clean up some throw up.
they'll have to do a criminal background.
Teach a kid how to build a house out of blocks. You know, it's fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was an expert at that when I was 5. I could make anything out of blocks.
Cool.
I bet you probably could now too.
I have adult blocks now. I have band saws and drill presses.
Oh.
By the way, adult blocks are also called Lego.
I was just going to say, I thought you were talking about Lego. I didn't think you were talking about like
band saws.
Yeah.
Electronics, soldering irons. I love all that stuff.
Yes. Tam said, in biology, fitness is defined by the ability of our offspring to offspring. Holding a new grandchild brings that home.
Yeah.
And okay. I'm not sure I'm going to like putting this up. I'm going to ask anyway. Could you count to 3, Gerald, and each of you give us your best baby bird being fed impersonation?
Why?
Just because she wants a screenshot photo worth post.
I'll do it if you send me $100.
I'm in. You want to do it?
I think we should. I think we should.
Like eating a worm?
Just being fed.
Just
because I have some gummy worms over there. I could eat a gummy worm.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could. But
I don't need props. I'm going to do it completely in props.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Everybody who's watching in the chat should do it too. I'll count down.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Voila.
Did you do it, Linda?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just did it for like 2 seconds, not 15.
She overachiever.
She played that like party chugging trick where they go, let's chug this giant beer. And they're like, yeah. And then everybody goes, gug, gug, gug. And then you don't do it. You're like, oh.
No, I did do it.
I believe you.
Madam Maru, that's hilarious.
We probably look really dumb. That's going to be on the internet forever. But
I'll email you the picture. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Pam.
Yeah. So
Scotty says he's stuffed. Well, good.
Did you get your screenshot, Pamela Batchelor? I hope so.
Oh yeah, she did. She did.
I'm trying to accommodate.
Oh, sorry, that
Group.
was me. I hit the button at the same time. Sorry.
It's like we're psychic or something, Linda.
I know. It's like we dive for the good comments.
I want good comments.
Timmy.
Wait.
Okay, I'll give you some good comments.
I'm a second. Go for it, Linda. You go first. I'll watch,
Okay.
and then I'll jump in. We're all going to make him nervous.
Okay, all right. So you've heard Gerald talk about heaping praise in my general direction. Well, here's some praise in your general direction. Holy shit, the fact that you even thought of putting this together in dualities blows my freaking mind. Okay. And then that you were able to organize it logically and consistently throughout the entire arc of this series. Okay, 10 episodes, and you held it together, and you changed your approach, and you added a few, you did some refinement, which is like,
A lot.
well, I don't know that part, but I know that you added some refinements, and then it started becoming a book, and then
Mhm.
like
And possibly a card deck, or at
and
least
possibly a card deck.
a major.
Well, I didn't know about that part, but like I am blown away by that level of commitment and um, thought and planning, and what else is there in there? You find some adjectives, Gerald, please.
Well, I was gonna say the maturity and the honesty that you've held throughout this process, because sometimes we came at you with going, what, that doesn't make sense. And the way you were able to slow down and to keep going and to explore things you didn't understand really tells me how much you have incorporated the principles that we talked about on Friday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You would not have, probably, I would say 10 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to have this conversation.
No.
I was incapable.
Yeah.
You weren't capable. And there's a depth and beauty of the expressiveness. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for all that praise. I like praise. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. I really
You're
do.
welcome.
I did work hard on this. I thought about it a lot. And you know what? I used to put this kind of effort into my corporate job, and I would kick ass, and I'd get praise here and there, but mostly I got a paycheck. But now I'm actually working that hard for myself, not as like a self business, but as pursuing my real true interests. And like when we talked about the first step of the 12 steps is being honest with yourself without exception. And that's what I've been doing with this project. And I've been following the truth the whole way. And
I love that.
It just it feels great to live like that.
Yeah.
Excuses,
Yeah.
Pamela Batchelor said, yes, to me, this has been such a great topic. I've been wanting to separate the masculine and feminine.
Yeah, I don't.
That was a big thing for me because I had such a hard time getting clarity for those first two dualities, the inward and the outward, the receptive and the expressive. And now I'm grasping for my point. What did she say? Separating the masculine and the feminine. It was a revelation to me that masculine and feminine is not the foundational attribute. It's receptive energy and expressive energy. And biological gender is sort of a side effect of that. It just tends to, people who are more receptive tend to be more female in the way they act and the way they look. And people who are more expressive tend to be more male-like,
I got things to say about that.
All right, here we go. But anyway, to me, it was important for it to be universal, not like bespoke for humanity. I wanted it to be a universal philosophy, and I think starting with receptive and expressive, and then other things flow from that, was a revelation to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the look on Linda's proud face says it all.
Is that Pamela Batchelor? Yeah.
Yes, that's Pamela Batchelor. And so.
Yeah, I I'm just going to leave it at patriarchy and just drop it there. Because this whole masculine feminine dichotomy, people put way too much value on genitalia, and too much of our society, of our culture, I should say, excuse me, too much of our culture, including our upbringing, depends on the genitals that we carry. And
Restrictions.
well, not even necessarily restriction, but because restriction goes with permission, right? If we're going to talk dualities, there is permission, there is restriction. Because men are restricted in many, many ways that it takes time to be able to see, because the privilege that you have kind of makes up for it, you know, as a man. And so
yeah, but there are things denied. Culture denies men certain roles,
exactly,
or behaviors,
exactly.
just like it denies women certain roles and certain behaviors.
All those little boys that at 2.5 and 3 love to dance around the house aren't permitted to take ballet or dance, you know,
aren't allowed to hold dolls, because what happens when a boy plays with a doll, they learn how to be good parents.
Daddies. Yeah, they learn how to
give. So I think what's interesting is duality does suggest a binary. It's either this or this. Yet in this, there is a wide range of gray between these 2 points.
Yeah.
And that's where we live.
That is where we live. And if we're not living in that duality, or if we're right in the center, are we really living? Are we not? I don't think we're risking enough and learning, because we have to get back to center.
Well, now that's interesting. That sort of reminds me of Rasputin's kind of comment about how he had to sin in order to obtain forgiveness. I always thought that. I think I was 13 when I read that.
Whipping out the Rasputin quotes. Nice.
Wow.
I didn't even know.
I believe it was Rasputin. I mean, that's how it sits in my memory. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody in chat will correct me, and that'll be fine. That's just how it sits in my memory. But yeah, yes, Pamela.
Pamela said, I could actually believe boys and men are even more controlled by society. It's easy for a girl to be a tomboy than a boy is to play with a doll or wear a dress.
Yes.
And what's fascinating is, why are we, I mean, this exploration of duality has given me a good opportunity to see where more could exist beyond what I already expect or I believe. What more could there be?
I love that.
So I mean, and by the way, thinking about that as it comes to tarot reading, it adds a whole interesting layer of simplicity and complexity at the same time.
Yeah. Now, speaking of readings, are we still doing one?
I think we may have to do it next time, and then that way we could have Maru here.
Oh, okay. Good thinking. Good thinking.
Is that okay, Timmy?
Yes, but I have one request. I'd like to show the card setup just for a minute, just so people
absolutely.
But we don't have to do a card read in earnest. I just want to show what it looks like.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say, Tams said, for me, the look at tarot and AA 12 steps have been like the Hanged Man. Thank you, Timmy, for expanding my perspective.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for watching it.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen or
Yeah.
swap out?
Let me first start with doink, that right there. If we
I'm
could
going to
embiggen that.
I'm going to embiggen you. See if it goes all the way. Okay.
Pretty much.
I could even do this. Hang on. I could even do that so you're even bigger.
Oh, I like that.
Better.
Okay.
So this is the modified tree of life that we all contributed to, and I intentionally made it as bilaterally symmetrical as I could to communicate the parts that communicate to the other parts, and we've already kind of discussed that. But the card draw, I designed it to be similar to the tree of life. So the performative dualities in the middle, decision-making, relationships, motivations, and boundaries, those are the 4 main draws that I do when I'm doing a reading for myself. And I've been doing, mostly I did, what do you call them? Expressive card draws, where I have a specific question in mind and I find the duality that's at hand by pulling them out of the deck and then placing it up at the top of the table. And then I do a card draw for each of the elements, the decisions, relationships, motivations, and boundaries. And that's the expressive way, answering a specific question. But then I also designed this so it can be a receptive draw as well, where, it's just the cards speaking to you, telling a story rather than asking a specific question. It's kind of sort of like a tune-up, pay attention to this area of your life where you may have an imbalance. So the card draw, I do a minor court card draw for decisions, and I do a minor a number draw from all of the swords, the 10 swords cards. So each element has a court card and a numbers card, and those are how you do the interpretation. So if I do this, now you can see the card table, and then up at the top we have the moon side, which is the receptive side, and we have the sun side, which is the expressive side. And all of the cards, the duality, these are the major arcana split into two stacks. These are all the even cards that from the 20 major arcana. That's the left-hand side of each duality pair. And then over here, I have the these are the odd cards. The other ones were the evens. These are the odds that are the right-hand side of the duality pairs. And I do when I'm doing a self-card read, I just take the coins and I sort of randomize them without looking at it. And then I pick a coin, which one feels stronger, and this one feels stronger. So I chose the sun. So we'll be doing a sun receptive draw. And then this is the duality in question.
Oh, it's the sun.
Actually the sun, which is the right hand side of the duality of spiritual awakening, which is what we're doing today. See, this is what we're doing today as a group. We're cooperating and we're radiating our expressive spiritual awakening energy. And what you do then is, all these are face down, but you shuffle these cards, and then you reveal each card, and then you interpret the story from the progression, the energy of this is the archetype of manifestation. Is it, youthful, exuberant energy like you have with the page? Is it steady, yeoman, like middle-aged deliverer, worker bee type energy like the knight? Or is it the energy of the queen? Or is it the energy of the king? And then that's modified by the number card, and then you have a random pick there. And it may not seem all that dramatic with me explaining it in this sort of technical way, but when you're in the mood and you have that root connection and you're asking a question, the story that's revealed is profound in my experience over the last few months. And it's a sort of a little bit of a different way to interpret, because instead of a linear interpretation, you've got the interpretation of this duality, which is decision making. These two together are the decision making. These two are for the duality of motivation, relationships. These two are for the duality of motivation, decisions, motivation, relationships, and then this is boundaries and bindings. And when you interpret all of these as framed by the duality of, in this case, spiritual enlightenment, what this is saying is that in your duality of spiritual enlightenment, you're leaning too hard on the expressive side. You need to have the
receptive.
Yeah, you have to have the judgment card. You need to lean more into the judgment, which is the self-reflective side, the receptive side. And then you interpret the cards here, you interpret these cards here, you interpret these cards here and these cards here, and it gives you a story of where you're the area where you need to add some more attention, So we'll do one for real, but this is technically the way that I do the card draws, and it works for specific questions, and it also works as just sort of a general reading of whoever the querent is, whether it's yourself or somebody else. So to me, this is an evolution of a different way that I used to do it, that was more of a linear, very more similar to the way I see people typically doing card draws. But when we really refine that tree of life and we match those duality pairs of the Marseille Tarot with the Sephiros of the Hermetic tree of life, I just saw the importance of those four dualities in the middle, because those are where all the action is. I've been doing card draws, self reads for close to a year, and they always seem to be in the one of those four. The other ones are more structural. They're more of a macro 30,000 foot thing. Your interior focus, your exterior focus. Your expressive and your receptive focus, and then at the top you have your humility and your insight, and those are sort of like your memory, your experiential memories. But all the action is in the middle, and I wanted to do card draws that reflected that, where everything was taken into account. So it's more of a parallel story than a linear story. It's linear within itself, but then you have to put all of them in the context with each other, and it really draws for me personally, it draws a lot of quality thought and reflection when I do it this way. So we could try it. We don't have time today, but we can.
I think we want to try it. I mean, I think you're going to have to tell us to stop, because we'll be trying to figure out when we can do it, because I think it's it's great to see it in action, all of this stuff, to see what it looks like.
Yeah. When you look at it this way, it doesn't seem all that sensical, but when you actually do it, it makes beautiful sense. And it's more, I get richer results from this that are more specific than the way I used to do it, where it was just sort of like one direction, one answer. And I think what this is the development of a ritual. Would you think this is more of a ritual or a spell or I think it's more of a ritual, where you're crafting it, you're trying it out. And when things work, you go in that direction. When things don't work, you reject it and try something different. I think that's what this is. I think this was what people were doing in the Golden Dawn period. They're taking historical information, historical knowledge, and they're applying it to their own lives in the moment. And that's what I'm doing here. And that's what we're all doing here, I think.
They're applying it to the here and now, and it's the ritual of creating a spell.
Yeah.
Because what you're describing are all parts of creating a spell, because it is give and take. Hail Zena said maybe it's a change in perspective.
It's all about that, I think. Yeah.
It is. It is. And I don't know if you saw this, but Pamela Batcher said, I love that, Timmy, and it's so fun to play with ways to tell the story. I start every reading with the words, this is a story about.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
I think
that's what it is.
Yes.
Well, laying out the cards is a ritual. You know, when you set up a reading, it is a ritual. You do things, you shuffle the deck. You may or may not have your own little thing about how you shuffle and how long you shuffle and how you feel about it and when to stop shuffling. And then you lay out your reading. You lay out the cards in prescribed order. That's a ritual. You turn them over in whatever order that the reading, the ritual demands. So yeah, every reading is a ritual.
Yeah. And here's the new one. Way of doing it. But I put a lot of thought into it, and I think it's universal. I think it makes sense. It's and it has practicality. It's been working for me, so we'll do some in the future, near future.
I am looking forward to that. I think that's lovely. I want to say thank you to everyone who has joined us and who is watching the replay. Yes, who's watching the replay. By the way, please subscribe and ring the bell so you do not miss any of the upcoming lives. All of the links are listed below, including Linda's Patreon, as well as ways to become a member on Linda's channel.
Yeah. Yes, please, because when I hit 30 members, you guys will get a new emoji.
Bonus.
I know. The
bonus
whip of alacrity.
Yes. Maru said it's an interesting way to split it up.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of angel deck readings, one set of decks for each element.
Yeah. If you do it that way, I think it's very similar. Yeah.
So, and apparently Aaron and Scotty are talking about stuffing their purses, his purse with Monopoly money and going to the Starbucks on every corner. The chat has been very active.
In his Barbie dream car.
In his Barbie dream car.
That's an important detail. We don't want to let it.
I'm sorry.
We don't want to forget about it.
Yes. So, Linda, do you have any last thoughts that you'd like to share?
I'm so grateful for having been part of this. I'm so grateful for that. I learned so much. I learned so much more about tarot. I learned so much more about myself and the world around me. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All of you. I'm talking about chat as well, because we've had contributions from some amazing, amazing people.
Yes.
I don't even want to start naming them because I'll forget somebody and then, feelings will be hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We got some heavy hitters out there.
A cast of thousands, yes.
A cast of thousands with meaningful insights.
Yes, it made a big difference, really, to have the participation from the best chatters made a huge difference, and I felt it.
Absolutely.
We rock.
I guess this isn't our last episode then. I guess we're going to do a reading episode next week.
We're going to have to do another it won't be next week. It'll probably be in the new year.
Holidays getting away for everybody. Yeah.
Ooh, make them wait for it. Yeah.
We're going to taunt you, everybody. you know, and it's just like,
Maybe we'll do a reading. Maybe we won't. Oh, maybe.
But see, if people are subscribed and they ring the bell, they won't miss any of the lives.
Yeah.
Truth. That's very true.
I do want to say thank you to Timy for allowing me to host this this really engaging conversation. Linda for joining in, Maru for joining in, Timy for being so open-minded, and all of the chatters really, really bringing it. You have been wonderful. We will see you the next time. Thanks very much. Bye.
See ya.